What is up? I'm in the gym, about to start a pool day. I actually got a Caribbean NOCCO, which is like a no carbs energy drink, basically. I'm gonna give it a taste test before we begin the workout. Tastes exactly like pineapple juice, but fizzy, obviously. Anyway, today's a pool day. We're gonna start with rear delt flies, except I want to do some rotator cuff warm-ups. I know it's not very normal to do rotator cuff warm-ups on a pool day, but I think it's very good just to keep your rotators healthy and all that good stuff, I suppose. Right, so if you saw my videos when I first got this Osmo Mobile 6, I tried to introduce like the facial tracking feature, but didn't really work. But as of late, I think the software's actually improved, so the tracking's a lot better. Like if you saw in the last clip I just did, like I bent over and turned around, it still tracked my face. When I first got this thing, it wouldn't do that. So gonna hope it stays as good throughout the whole session and see if I can make the most of it. But anyway, I'm still gonna try and like face the camera where possible, but I won't make it essential. So anyway, let's just do some external rotations first for my rotator cuff. Enough of that, let's actually crack on with the exercise. So we're gonna start with back first, and then we will move on to biceps and forearms towards the end. But in back, we're going to include rear delts. And on that note, we will start with some rear delt flies. Right, so some exercises I'm obviously gonna have to turn off the tracking. Who's done that? Because if I'm not looking at the camera, it might not be great in tracking me. I'm sure I can test that, but don't really want to waste much time testing that. So just to be safe, we'll turn it off for this exercise. I'm gonna do 10.2 as a warm up. I know it was my working set previously, but it was a working set where I could get like 14, 15 reps. So it's essentially a heavy warm up, I like to think of it as. So let's just do that first. It would be great if I had 2 gym pins right now, because then I could stick just the gym pin in, because they weigh like, I want to say they weigh about 1 kilo. So if I put them in on both sides, it'd be like in between each stack, I suppose, but can't do that. So, oh, actually, I'm being stupid. Well, that's 2.3. Why did I put that in there? Oh. Anyway, I might stick with 10.2 just whilst I get my form right again. And then we'll see how them reps move. Let's cut the chit chat and let's do the first proper set. I might actually class that first warm-up set as a set because it basically was. I want to say 11 or 12, but I'm sure I'll get corrected now anyway. Slowly getting leaner and leaner, I can tell. Right, so the next exercise is a cable lat pull down. Seems about right. And if you've seen me do the cable lat pull down before, you'll know this is a relatively easy exercise for me to full stack on. So much so that the full stack is my warm-up. So we're gonna get a few reps out as a warm-up for my lats, and then whack the mini pin in and do some proper working weights. Oh, all right, let's do this. So, like I said, it's just, oh no, it's only on 10 kilos. So let's whack it on the full stack. And let's get a few warm-up reps in. Let's get in mini pin from gym pin. If I whacked on another 5 kilos, that would suffice. Actually no, let's do 10, because I'm sure I can. I'm in the process of getting a big gym pin as well, because the mini pin just isn't, well, at the minute it's perfect for me, because as you can see, I've got the mini pin with 10 kilos on and then full stack in it, so at the minute it's fine. But as I get stronger and start needing like a 20 and like 2 plates even on there, I need a gym pin or even a king pin to get past the guard on it. Like, it's very frustrating, these guards. Oh, you can actually unscrew them. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna mess too much with the gym. But yeah, that's my only issue at the minute. But Ben over at Gym Pin's helping me out a lot recently, so I appreciate him a lot. These are actually freshly, I don't know what you'd call it, freshly washed, I suppose. Yeah, I gave all of my gym equipment a good scrub a few weeks ago. Well, I can tell they're a bit stiff at the minute. But let's cut the chit chat. I'm talking a lot today, and let's do some reps of this. Oh, okay. Fuck knows how many reps that was, but that felt very good. I'm glad I tried 10 kilos instead of 5. That's a perfect weight to me right now. Actually, I need a little rest for the next set. Holy fuck, let's do this next set. I definitely recommend lifting straps. These from Aleco, not sponsored or anything. I wish I was, because Aleco is like, in terms of sort of bars in the gym, lifting straps, wrist straps, top tier equipment. I suppose gym accessories is the right word. So yeah, if you're after lifting straps or wrist straps, Aleco's the way to go. Let's do this set. Got like a half rep in the end there. If you've noticed, I mean, you have to be very attentive to how I perform my reps and sets, but if you compare my reps on this when I first started doing them to the reps. Now, you'll notice I don't really go for many partial reps. And it's really because from what I've learned recently, there's not much benefit in them apart from additional fatigue, which I don't want, especially when I'm cutting. Like, I want to be as fresh as possible each session. Like, I'm going to recover nowhere near as quick on a cut as I did when I was bulking. So I've got to be cautious of that. So that's why, if anyone was wondering. Let's move on to the next set. Why you should deload. This is a prime example. I've had a week and a half off the gym. No, sorry, a week off the gym. Maybe a week and a few days. And coming back, I feel so much better. Like, mentally, I feel so much better because obviously I've had a rest, like a long break, but also physically, I feel so much more prepared to train hard. Because chances are, if you're not progressing and you've hit a plateau, just have a deload. You've probably got so much like residual fatigue in your system that every session you turn up to, you just cannot train as hard as you want to. So give yourself a week off. It's not a big issue having a week off the gym. And even if you want to come to the gym and do like cardio or light work or like sort of mobility movements, do that, but you can have a week off. Anyway, let's do this set. Hook grip, as always. I actually lost all the blood in my hand then. That was a good set though. Very intense. Why do I feel pumped? Don't know if you can actually see. Hoping you can. I feel pumped already. Like lats all year. That's what we like. Only thing I miss about a chest and back day is the fact that I don't get a chest and back pump on the same day anymore. It used to be like the most elite pump ever, but the actual session was shocking. Let's do this next set and we'll hop off this exercise. That was nice. But that is that exercise done. Let's move on to the next one, which I believe will be an upper back row. I want to guess. Let's have a look. Right, so as I thought, well, kind of, this is going to be a seated cable row, but it is the cable row where I can sort of choose based on the session or based on what I think my lacking muscle groups are. So I think for this session, I will go for probably upper back. Seems like it's the most suited muscle group to go for. So yeah, the facial tracking's back on now. It's actually quite good. So no issues there, at least not from my end. Because there was sometimes when I would like do the facial tracking and it would like whip side to side, and I really didn't understand why it did that, to be honest. So I think it's something that's been sorted out basically. So it's on 59. I can't actually remember what weight I do on this, so I think it is around that. But as always, we're just going to test it out. And if the weight moves comfortably, I'll up it. If the weight moves with good form, but I sort of can't get above 11 or 12 as an ideal weight. Right, I'm just a magician. That was the perfect weight. So that's 59, got like 10 good reps, and then 2 more sort of like half reps. I mean, the 11th rep was maybe a 3/4 rep, but then the 12th rep was definitely a half rep. So I'm very happy with that. I can feel it. My aim recently has been to not only target like my rhomboids, there's also my traps too. So I'm trying to do a bit of a shrug at the top. It's relatively hard when you get to that last portion to actually like shrug it up. See how it keeps going, I suppose. If I'm not progressing in terms of muscle growth for my traps, then I'll consider a different exercise. But I think right now, this is more or less sufficient, I suppose. Right, well, I think it would be stupid to try facial tracking on this angle. But I just want to give you a good angle of my back so you can actually see what I'm doing towards the top of the movement and see where I'm shrugging. Also, it's a good help for me because as I get to editing the video, I can watch my form and see if it's actually decent or at least what I want it to be. Because if I say to you guys, oh, I'm shrugging, but I'm actually not, and I see that in the video, then I think, well, I've got to try and shrug more, I suppose. So that's a good benefit for both of us. Kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's do this next set. Ooh, ah. Fuck. Holy shit. Okay, that was a very good set. I like that a lot. And I think I put more emphasis in the shrug this set, so that's always a benefit. So I think the last set or exercise for back will be a lat focused exercise of some sort. So I'll make a educated decision on what that will be and we'll crack on. So we're going to do the plate loaded pull down. This thing is a pain in the ass to set up only because of the weight I do. That's not meant to be like a brag, but it's just like I do like 4 or 5 20 kilo plates on each side. So let's just fast forward this bit. Oh, all right, all set up. So what I'm going to show you quick is I've basically got D handles on here, and then I'll use my lifting straps, which are down there, on the D handles, but singles. So just to zoom out a little bit, I'll be sat like down here, or not sat, on my knee, and be pulling this side down to my left lat, I believe it is. So I'll be pulling the right side down to my left lat, and then the left side down to my right lat. Let's do this first set. This might be the only set for each arm. Might just do one, but I'll see how it feels. Let's do this next set. Wasn't actually as bad as I thought. But on that note, I think we're done with back. We've done 2, 4, 6, 7 sets. That's borderline what, in my opinion, is the maximum amount of sets you should do per muscle group. So let's crack on with biceps and forearms. Okay, first exercise of the biceps. Definitely a very enjoyable exercise in my opinion. It is the seated incline curl. I'm gonna do it with 14 kg each side. Seems to be a very decent weight to do. Not much to say about this exercise, to be honest. Said it in my last video, but don't bring your elbows up, basically. If you want to keep tension on your biceps, keep your elbows where they are and just curl there. Think of your upper arm, which is your humerus, to be pointing down to the floor the whole time. So if your elbow is an arrow, it's to be pointing back into the floor and curl where you can. Keep tension on the bicep for as long as possible. All right, let's crack on. Why is my leg doing that? I know it's because I'm on my toes, but like when I was pushing harder, it would bounce even more, but when I got to the bottom, it would stop. Well, that's very weird, but anyway, that was a good set. That was very pumpalicious. Well, that was awful, I'm never gonna say it again. Anyway, you can do a cable alternative to this exercise. But the only problem is you would probably need to stand. I'll explain why. If you've got a bench, right, at the cable stack, and let's say you put the cable at the very bottom of the stack, you're curling up, but as soon as your forearm becomes in line with the direction that the cable is pulling from, you dramatically lose tension on your bicep. So same with like, if you put it like midway and you curl, you're gonna lose tension like here, which is not ideal. So if you do it when you're standing, you can put it at the very bottom and you'll lose tension about there. You can't really curl much past that anyway. If you've got not very big biceps, you probably can get away with going all the way to your shoulder. But right now, with my knuckles, I can't touch my shoulder because my biceps in the way. That's such a good flex, lol. But yeah, that's what you want to consider if you would prefer to do a cable variation of this exercise. I would do it standing. And then you've got drawbacks of stability because you've not got a pad behind you and things like that. So there's lots of things to consider. That is why I often opt to do a dumbbell version of this exercise now instead of cables. Let's do this next set. Woo. Okay, I'm very inclined to check out the pump at the minute, so let's check it out. The good thing about wearing these drop arm vests is the fact that you can easily check your pump without it like blocking anything, like you can see the lats and your biceps. Let's check lats first because pump might be slowly going. Oh. Okay, I've got a dodgy right shoulder, so I can't get the right lat out as far as I'd want to. The stuff not bad. Yeah, you can see I can't get the right lat out as far as the left one. Anyway, let's do a rear double bicep. Spread. Okay. Don't think I did lose track of my face, that's great. And let's do a front double bicep. Cool. Let's move on to the next bicep exercise. No clue what it is. Let's go on to a preacher curl now. I normally do cable preacher curls, but I'm feeling the plate. Not the plate, easy bar. So free weights, I suppose. So we will do them. Sorry, I can't be asked to get my own clips out. It's going to do 10 kilos each side. If it's too easy on the first set, I'll whack a 2.5 on. But it should be alright. Okay, I do kind of miss this exercise, I'm not going to lie. Because the contraction I get is nuts. Whew. Okay, let's go. Definitely not too light. That was almost 8 reps. So 7 really is the answer. So need a very good rest off that one. And then we can see if I can get some better reps or more reps, I suppose, on the next set. Because I think that's what happened with my lat pull down. When I was doing the first set, it'd be like easy, easy, easy. No, sorry, hard. And then, I don't even know what I'm showing you. And the second set would feel a lot easier. Maybe because it's just not a motion I've done in a while. So, right, last set on this and potentially another bicep exercise, and then we'll finish with forearms because I'm starving. That was definitely more down the last set. So progress, I suppose. But I had a feeling that would happen. I literally called it. So let's do one more bicep exercise and then we'll crack on with forearms. Right, chosen final bicep exercise is an easy bar bicep curl, just standard grip. I just love this exercise, to be honest. And I can do these 2 sets and then do the next 2 sets pronated to do like a 2-in-1 basically. Just get some forearms started and then we'll finish on the cables for forearms. So let's crack on. Right, that wasn't a bad set, but I feel like it could have been more controlled. So we'll take that into account for the next set, and hopefully it's a better one than this one. Right, last bicep set, and then we'll do some forearms. Wow. Okay, that's biceps done, and like I said, let me just do the pronated easy bar curls. Oh, I'm out of breath. Okay, not being funny, I might have to call it there altogether because my forearms are gassed out. It's probably because I messed up my session this week and started with push and then realised I missed out my arm and shoulders day, so I did my arm and shoulders after, which was yesterday, which means I did forearms yesterday and forearms today. So we'll just call it there, do some quick posing and be done with the session.